Remember the list of estates that was brought out last year by the government? Guess what? They do not have layout approval. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, my name is Mercy Chalko, popularly known as Maybe, your real estate solution here in Nigeria. Now today I'm going to bring you something wonderful, and that is the difference between a layout approval and a building approval, because I found out that some people are actually confused. I have an investor actually. He bought like acres of land. He didn't just buy one particular plot. Now he wants to build on this property. And he felt that, okay, so far I've gotten a surveyor to survey this and I have the survey plan. That means I can go ahead and start building. He forgot that you need a layout plan. Now, layout plans, layout approvals is necessarily only for people that have estates. So we're talking about developers, we're talking about communities that want to sell, a particular portion of their land. Then they are the ones that need this layout approval if they are going to map out a layout for that particular acres of land or that particular plots of land. So now talking about layout approvals, let's say you are a developer now and you are the one that need it. What do you need to do? You get a surveyor, survey the estate or survey the layout. In the East, we usually call it layout, but here in Lagos, it's called estates. Now, you get your surveyor, your registered surveyor, to survey and make what? A survey plan of this estate, specifying the commercial plot, the residential plot, places meant for park, playground, swimming pool, recreational service. You understand what I'm talking about. Bungalows, duplexes, triplexes, maisonettes. These are the kind of things I'm talking about. Now, this is a layout plan. After doing this, you take this plan to what? To the Ministry of Urban Planning. What do? They take your plan and then they bring the Lagos master plan, for example, and look at them. They need to make sure that your estate is not sitting in a placement for agriculture and it's actually in compliance with the Lagos mega plan. Now, not just agriculture, also we have discovered that a lot of people end up building residential properties where it was meant for only commercial properties. And then people have ended up building on agricultural lands when they should be building on residential lands. So this kind of confusion is not only for people that want to perfect their title, it is also for developers that want to start building. You need to know this. And I'm not just saying one plot or two plots, I'm talking about grand mega plan. Now, your estate needs to be sitting, if it's a residential estate, it needs to be sitting on the residential aspect of Lagos plan. And also, every community has their layout plan. Epe has a layout plan, Ikeja has a layout plan, Surulere has a layout plan, Yaba, Lekki, they all do. So in Epe, for example, we have areas that are mapped out for commercial use, areas that are mapped out for residential use. Now, if you come as a company and you buy the area that is mapped out for agricultural use, for example, in Epe, and then you start to put your gate and your fencing, and then you name it one very beautiful name, and then you say you're selling. When people buy from such estate, they are not going to build there because it's either the estate will be closed down or will be flagged down, or after they are done building, it will be demolished. So you don't want that to happen to you here in Lagos. So when you meet a developer and he's telling you to come and buy some plots from his estate, you ask him, do you have a layout approval for this estate? Of course he will, if he knows what he's doing, and he's going to present it to you. That is what is called a layout approval. Okay, let's talk about building approval. Now, building approval, anybody can get it. If you're building by the roadside on a small piece of land, you need your building approval before you start building. Once you want to start digging inside the ground here in Lagos City, you must need a building approval to avoid that building being demolished or flagged down, or coming to embarrass you on site. You don't want that. So building approval, I have a video where I'm going to put the link below. I have a video where I talked about how to get your building approval very easily here in Lagos State. In summary, all you need to do is submit the respective documents to what? To LASEPA. That's Lagos State Planning Permit. Now, Planning Permit Authority. Now, what do they do with those documents? They vet it, verify it, make sure that everything is good. I'm talking of your title documents. You're going to submit everything. You're going to submit your survey plan of that particular land that you want to build on. The registered survey plan, you're going to submit it. You're going to submit your soil test, meaning you brought a geologist to site. He has dug deep like 30 meters below, and he has gotten some soil and performed soil test and given you the report. That will determine the kind of foundation you'll be doing on that property. Now you submit it to them. You're also going to get your structural drawings ready, all those fine drawings, your architectural drawing, your electrical drawing, the structural engineer coming to check how many deckings are you building, 3-story building, 4-story building. I'm not an engineer, but this is what you need. And then you put them all together and then you submit it. Now LASEPA is going to vet this and make sure that this actually is in compliance to not just the land use but also the structure meant for that area. And that is it. You get your building approval. Okay, so this is the end of the video, and I hope this really helped you a lot. If you need any information concerning these agencies that I just mentioned, I'm going to be putting down the address below where you can see them either in Ikeja or Alausa or Old Secretariat. They are right there. They are not hiding. Even their numbers are on the internet. You can look for them, get them, ask them questions, know what you are doing in Lagos, because you don't want to enter Bese for this Lagos. So, all right, until then, see you on my next video, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button. You're welcome.